a survey from Naukri says that around 66% of college graduates are without a job. Okay. On the other hand, if you'll see a professional, another survey by DNA India, this is that companies like TCS, Infosys, they're looking for more than 90,000 fresh graduates. Okay, in 2023, right? So why exactly such kind of contradiction? So if you'll see, these are two contradictory, statements. On the on one hand, we have people who are looking for job. On the other hand, we have jobs, right? So where this conflict is coming from? Because this conflict comes from that people are getting graduated, but they're not graduated with the skill set required. So that is where great learning career academy comes into the play, because we want to fill this particular gap. We want to have people with more skill sets which are more relevant to the industry, so that people, different companies can hire them, and doesn't require to train them a lot, just primarily for their processes or something like that. So it become important that this gap should be filled, basically. So what are the star features of Great Learning Career Academy, and with this particular program? So there are nearly seven guaranteed placement opportunities that are provided. Okay, with the companies that they are listed. Okay, the average the average salary is somewhere around 4.6 LP. Okay, and the highest we have seen somewhere around 9 LPA as well. Okay, depending on how an individual performs. Okay, that is something that you can be think about. So what exactly this program we are talking about? We are talking about this program of data analytics. Okay, which is a 16 weeks program. Okay, and in this particular 16 weeks, we'll be talking a lot about different aspects, the techniques, the skill set we discussed, right? So we'll be learning those skill sets. This is quite a job oriented program, because after talking to industry experts, the skill sets that they require, the kind of techniques that they require. So after which the curriculum of this particular program has been developed. So if I'll talk about what kind of things will be covered, and what kind of prerequisite knowledge one should have. One should always focus on, because again, see, data analytics in general is more mathematically driven, right? So we want the people to have understanding of mathematics, at least till high school level. That is a must to have. Okay, then we'll be talking about a couple of things that we will be looking at. We will be learning about Excel. In Excel, we'll be talking about data wrangling. We'll be talking about statistics, model building as well, linear regression. Uh, like you know, Apart from that, we'll be talking about data visualization, building dashboards for the communication, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that is within Excel. Okay, however, when we expand our understanding, we'll be talking about Python, and specifically for data analysis. So we'll be talking about data visualization, data wrangling, pre-processing. Again, building models using different libraries. So we'll be talking about sklearn, SciPy, stat models, Numpy, Pandas. All these different libraries will be required to understand. And not just this, we'll be understanding Python from scratch. We'll be understanding the basic units of this particular language, and how powerful this language can be. So we'll be talking, on a couple of things for this. Apart from that, we'll be also understanding SQL. Now, again, I told you that SQL is very important, because that is the language which is required to manage the data, to store the data, right? So we'll be talking about database. We'll be talking about RDBMS. We'll be talking about different operators, functions, so within this particular language, and then we'll be looking at advanced analytical tools. So we'll be talking about joins, aggregate functions, views, window functions, and so forth, right? After this, the most important, one of the most important highlighter is basically data visualization. Now, data visualization becomes quite an important aspect, because that is what is basically helping, like presenting the data finally. Okay, when we say presenting the data, basically we are talking about how different charts can be created, basic and advanced both, how the components of that particular tool set is basically will be required to build these different charts. Okay, and then we'll be seeing how we can import data sets from different data sources, how we can connect them, how we can join them. We'll talk about different actions that we can take for Tableau, and how interactive we can make such dashboards. So and so forth. Basically, it again, it is quite important a tool set when we talk about it. Okay. Now I'll just hand it over to Nikita. So you can proceed and tell a little bit more about the experience for the other users. Yeah.
Sure, Kunal. Yeah, thank you. So, guys, as in the webinar, Kunal has mentioned about the domain, the skill sets which is required to get into data analytics domain. We understood that okay, it is required in every other domain, be it a retail sector, be it a e-commerce sector, be it an entertainment sector. Every sector nowadays require data, and for that, an analyst is someone who is required. And we also discussed about the job opportunities are still there, but our college curriculum unfortunately has not been designed in such a way where we can get the industry required skills, like what industry is actually looking for. To manage this skill gap between the companies and between the students, Great Learning Career Academy has came up with this boot camp program, which is available both in offline and online mode. For offline, the classroom sessions are in Bangalore, in Hyderabad, in Pune, in Chennai. We have our offline centers, and for our online, you can attend it from your home if you are not into any of these locations. This is program is specially designed for the freshers, so every day you will be supposed to invest your 5 hours in a day. It is not something you get into this program you will get a job. We will be making you capable to get into this. That is the reason this program has been designed in a very intensive and exhaustive way, where you're supposed to invest at least 5 to 6 hours on an everyday basis, where 70% we will be focusing on your practical exposure. Now, the point is, because here we have around 100 plus people, most of you might be having same sort of resume, which might be having your 10th, 12th, and graduation percentage maybe. So the question is, why the company will hire you? What different skill sets you guys have? To ensure you are matching the industry required skill sets, we will be giving you some 10 plus real time projects to work on. These projects will be related to each of the sector. Let's suppose you want to get into banking sector, you will be working on a project which is related to banking sector. You will take a data from maybe HDFC bank, and you will create an excel sheet out of that, and you will be working on that. If not, you will be taking a project which is related to a retail sector, so that you get more exposure. At the same time, when you're sitting in an interview, it's not something you are scared and you're not confident to speak about, and you have mugged up something and you're spilling it out. You will be confident because you must have been worked in these many projects. After completion of your projects, along with your technical skills, you will be groomed in your soft skills as well, which is important for you as a fresher. Most of the companies do conduct an aptitude test, so there will be a separate aptitude learning session. Also, we will be giving you one-on-one live session with the career mentors who will be grooming you for your placements. You will, along with this, you will be having your personalized resume and LinkedIn reviews. We will be helping you out with that. You will be having one-on-one mock interviews, which will be taken by industry experts like Kunal. You will, along with this, you will be having a dedicated placement drives, and for all our eligible learners, we will be giving you 7 guaranteed placement opportunities, which you can expect from premium multinational companies, where the salary ranges from 3 to 6 LPA. The average salary is 4.6, and the highest has been 9 LPA for a fresher. So you can expect these sort of opportunities from us as well, once you work hard to get into this. Along with this, as most of you were asking about the fee structure of the program, so coming to the fee structure, the complete course fee of the program is just 97,000 plus 18% GST, which in total is 1,14,460, which comes with a flexible EMI option. We do